Hello friends, welcome back for another episode of the Cavern Kings Let's Play. This is still beta 24 and we're going to do some standard mode today. Dig until you die. I really like this little hint, by the way. Spread shot is Nailgun's best friend. I wish I could freaking get it. And then maybe we could talk a little bit more about who's what's best friend. But yeah, anyway. I haven't unlocked Bulbasaur or Mushroom Man over here. And I think, you know what? I'm just going to stick with what I'm familiar with and play another Jack run. I find that those are reasonably satisfying. But I will definitely still be open to trying other characters in the future. Just want to kind of do well with the normal mode before we go on to anything too exotic. Not to say that I guess some of them are all that exotic. They're not all that crazy anyway. One of them is just basically you're slower and have more health. And what's wrong with that? That's not a huge deal. But yeah, I'll figure all that stuff out eventually. Again, just feel like playing some Jack today. So let's pop into this box, see if we can get a good start out for some extra added money. Try and implement any new strategies here that I could think of. The only one that I really want to try and emphasize today is staying on screens as long as possible and trying to make sure I maximize every opportunity I'm given. People also told me that shooting TNT is really helpful too, because killing enemies with TNT, I guess, also gives me XP, just the same as, you know, letting them die to the drill does, so I should really make sure that's also a thing that happens too. I definitely haven't liked to use TNT blocks just because they're so risky. You know, if you find yourself in the wrong spot, you can end up getting into trouble and getting smashed to death without even being ready for any of that stuff. You know, I'm probably going to leave that alone. I would like to kill these dudes, though. Yeah, get out of there. And I think we're done on that floor. Okay, we got a dark floor, and looks like only the one trap there, hopefully. Or not? Is that a spike? I don't even know what that was. Maybe that was just my nail gun. Let's get that triple shot thing that was just recommended of us a moment ago. Oh god, how did I end up over here? I guess the kinetic fist dropped me through that block because, again, I freaking forget this every time. But these do not have any tangible mass to them. They're just background items. They should maybe be, like, darkened or something. Maybe having, like, a bit of a dark effect over them would make them a little easier to read with what their properties are. Because every time I expect to stand on them and or stand next to them and not be able to push through them. And also they can fall and crush you. So I guess that gives them sort of a little bit of both tendencies, doesn't it? Alright, you guys all fall into the pit and give me your XP, please. And I guess we're about done. I don't see much else that can happen here successfully, so on we go. We're just about to the first 1,000, so we'll try and grab that and head into that chest there, see if we can get, grab something good as our first starting item. I did unlock a couple of new things maybe on the last run, so I'm hoping maybe one of those will show up. We'll see. So we're at level 5, and we just found our first Homesick Shard, which is good. That's passive damage. Passive damage is always welcomed early in the run, of course. And I would also love to go hit that other crate over on the right there. I haven't really been ignoring monsters too much this time, so I feel like I'm doing okay in that respect. And we've just punched through that. Was not a factor for us. And I would love to kill this worm, and we did. And that's going to get me part of the way back to the next 1,000. So again, balancing act between killing monsters, getting levels, waiting for drills, and of course, getting some money. That is always a big factor, of course. We gotta get that money. And I think I should probably start digging through the floor now in case this provides a little bit more resistance than was expected, and it actually almost did. If that was one of those ones that takes 3 or 4 hits with the fist, I probably would have been kind of screwed there. So thankfully it was not. And we're at 944. I see a potential chest in our future. Although I don't see any other crates, so I think all we've got is just finish out these enemies. And then we're going to end up just about flush in terms of money when I finish this chest. What do we have? Alright, we've got a Mole's Orchid, Destroyed Tring, some nice spawn health. You know, the funny thing is it's always a gamble opening chests. It's not like you can find an item and be like, hey, I wish I didn't spend that 1,000 on it and get your money back. By the time you spent your money to open the chest, you already... You know, it's too late. You have to take what you get. It's not like in Isaac where you can see something and be like, you know what, I want to reroll that. Which would be kind of a neat attribute to be able to make a decision that's like, hey, you know what, I'll trade back 750 of my 1,000 for the ability to not have to take that item. How about that? That would be kind of a neat item, actually. I might enjoy the gameplay potential for what could happen with something like that. Or maybe it would be a character ability. I think there's supposed to be a use button, right? That would be added to this game. I thought that was a thing that I heard talked about at one point. Not sure what else you would use it for, but in that one particular instance could be kind of interesting. Seeing not probably a chest in my future. Oh, wait, there's actually a lockbox up there in the corner, so let's try and get up there. There we go. Good traversal skill on that one, I'd say. And that's going to put us fairly close. Oh, that's actually going to do the whole job. Now I've just got to make my way back up again. And we get a Phoenix Pinion. Alright, not bad. More passive damage, always welcomed to the party. Let's see if we can pop this eyeball monster, get a couple of eye kids out of there. And let's also wreck all of this pile of dudes in this corner, too. Let them take care of themselves. Let the drill take care of some of them as well. And we'll just kind of shoot out of that way, get all the money we can, and let's head down. Perfect. Now, watch that saw blade. That could be a little bit dangerous. I'm going to try and cut through the floor there in just a sec. Perfect. Watch out for Rock Bro. No big deal. We've got some flames on the ground. Seems to not like the flames that much. Also, I guess my leveling is going fairly well because it seems like I can actually handle these in a fairly good amount of time. Would also love to try and use... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That sucks. I was going to say I would like to use the TNT blocks to maybe make some potential pits. The problem I seem to have with making pits, though... Oh, God, Scarab Man. Alright, that's cool, I guess. Flesh-eating scarabs on your bullets. That sounds badass. But yeah, the problem with potentially making pits on things is just that I tend to fall in them before I'm ready to. And that kind of cheapens the experience because I end up missing out on stuff. And that's no fun at all. Wait, is this the bad item? Paralysis, curse, critical hits, inflict enemies with a paralyzing curse. I think it's random, right? Somebody said that last time. I think it's like a random effect that I end up taking damage. Oh, if you could like... Yeah, that's what I wanted. And then we'll get over to the right side because there's going to be a bunch of money to just drop through all here. Grab that, kill this rock bro, grab some more money. It's another champion who I definitely want to get rid of in case it drops an item of some kind. It didn't there. Alright, so far this run's feeling okay. Might have been able to let the drill drop just a little bit more, but, you know, I feel like that was fine. I don't want to get into too precarious of a position. As long as I'm kind of following my own guidelines for the most part, I feel like I can cope with a couple occasional mistakes. It's not like I'm going to ever have a perfect run. Or at least I doubt I'm going to ever have a perfect run. I guess maybe it's possible. I don't know who's going to do it, but it's... Oh, that's not a perfect run. That is not what I meant to do there at all, and that's why pits are not my best friend right now. Yeah, so it does look like I'm taking... Wait, I thought I was just taking damage for no reason. But maybe there was actually a factor that I'm not aware of. Maybe... What I was thinking is maybe it was an effect that seems to happen with the combination of that item and being in an underwater level. Because I have noticed that it seems like that happens other times too, where I've just been taking damage there. I don't know, I've got to figure this stuff out. Maybe in off-camera time. Oh boy, that was a lot of damage that I didn't understand why I was taking. Yeah, that's a big problem that I seem to run into very frequently, is running into damage that I can't figure out why I'm taking, so I don't know how to fix that I'm taking it. And a lot of the time it's because there's just something under where I'm standing that's hitting me. And sometimes it's maybe obvious to you guys, but in the chaos of the situation and the little bit of panicking that I often do when there's all that stuff going on, I tend to miss certain little things. Alright, so we've actually got a fairly okay damage potential bit here. Okay. I'd love to kill this boss and grab that chest with the extra money that's going to end up resulting. Now let's keep the pressure on. I would like to get out of the way. Okay, let's see if we can get up here. And, okay, a little bit of health out of that. Okay, watch out, watch out, watch out. I think the dot damage is perhaps helping too. Oh god, I died. Oh, no. Every time I think I have a successful run going, and I'm a little too short on the damage front. Just seems to happen over and over and over again. Let's try a Yoji run this time. Oh, we get a katana. I didn't realize that he gets a special weapon. Is that in addition to this? Oh, it replaces. So I guess I just don't want to take the kinetic fist then. Can I just reset? Yeah, let's just hit R. Alright, Yoji. And F3, and we'll just take this on down and see how we do. That actually seems like a sweet freaking weapon. I didn't realize he would get something like that. I think I'll probably try and use mostly this katana. That's pretty sweet. I should have listened to you guys earlier. I didn't realize there would be any other weapons. I thought we've kind of seen everything that there is to see, and it actually cuts through those boxes fairly well as well. So we'll try and optimize our melee strategy here in this run with a little luck. And of course we do have the harpoon gun for when we need it, but the ability to one-shot these little guys early on is actually a pretty big advantage, I would say. Just because I find myself often in a position where I'm kind of trying to fight off too many dudes at once, end up quartering myself, and then just kind of getting smooshed into an edge by a bunch of dudes at the same time. Nobody wants that to happen, except for them, I suppose. Let me... Oh, get a little bit of railgun action here. Seems like we cannot. Not very successfully anyway, so that's a level. We're up to 3 already. Oh, I hope that I can dig through these floor... Yeah, okay. Melee is actually quite fast, so that's going to help me out of a lot of tough spots, too. I think one of the bigger problems that I have with Kinetic Fist is, aside from the insane amount of recoil that it gives, or the pulling effect, rather, it also is just very slow to fire, which can be a bit of a problem. Also, how am I going to get up there? If I don't have a way to pull myself up into the air, well, I guess I have to dig away at the corners or something. And this could be a little risky. Maybe I'll just have to wait for the drill to knock this down. I'll just focus on enemies for a second here. Okay, that feels pretty good. Cutting through a pile of them all at the same time like that. Not doing great in terms of cash flow at the moment. I mean, I have 1,000, but I don't feel like I'm proportionately where I should be already for level 4 and half-ish 5. Did I just throw that gem off the screen? That's very rude. If I had a higher magnetism, maybe that wouldn't be a thing. Alright, we'll drop down. Looks like we've got several chests. Oh, okay, yep, Punchy Fist sounds pretty cool. A little bit of extra melee damage possibility. And let's just grab all of that money and see if we can get to another 1,000 before this is over. There's another chest over there on the top left. Let's also stop taking damage from these guys. I can't even target them very well. I guess just the nebulous factor being up in the air slash water that can actually make it a little harder for me to aim. Not used to that, I guess. Also, there is always running through the back of my mind, I'm trying not to, like, freak out too much when I play, because I don't want to make too many clicky clacking sounds on my keyboard. Not that I think it's a huge factor, but, you know, I do actually care about that kind of stuff, and it does, I think, negatively affect reception when there's too much of that background noise and stuff, and I do try to minimize it as much as possible, even just beyond not freaking out with the way my hands operate the keyboard. I also have a pillow that I've put underneath the keyboard, which actually minimizes the thudding and impact, because I have a mic that sits on my desk instead of an arm, which could be a thing that I'd get someday, but, you know, I'd probably wait until I get a better desk before I do that, honestly, because the one I have is not great, and I don't want to put a ton more money into that whole setup right now, but maybe soon enough. No chests on this floor. So I do have 1,000, but I guess we're going to have to wait for the next one to spend it on something. No problem. It's not like I reach a limit to my wallet. I wonder if there is actually a limit that you can get in terms of how much you can hold in, for money. Maybe it would be like a 999,999 or something like that. Nobody really coming in at the last second. Alright, we got 2 more eyebrows. And I think that's going to be about it for this floor. Butter the bread a little bit and get out of there. Let's pop that. Oh, don't drop off the bottom, please. You're the only chest I have right now. Okay. What do we get? Homesick Shard. Alright, we get the same couple of items, it seems like, on every single run. Give me something cool and original and new. I want that triple shot, or, like, burst fire, rather, on anything. I mean, having that on Harpoon Gun would be pretty wild as well. Give me Tiny Planet. I know that's not a thing, nor do I want it, because I hate Tiny Planet, but I'm just saying, give me something weird. I want to have a different kind of bunch of synergy happening for once. Also very tired of the money falling off the bottom of the screen. I really should check to see if that actually still collects in my wallet. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, right? Money, yeah, that's like a good reason not to let them fall off the bottom of the screen, because I'm missing out on all that money that I could have had if I would have killed them on the screen instead. Alright, well, I let it go on that one. We were at 657. There's plenty of stuff to grab here, and a chest for the grabbing as well. Let's pull this sucker down. Okay, that's 1,000. Let's break into this guy. Okay. It's the paralysis curse. Not my favorite. Not the worst, I guess. And the destroying terrain can sometimes give us health. That's probably good, because if I'm going to try and emphasize using TNT blocks like the ones up there, having the chance to get some extra free health out of them never hurt. Butter the bread, grab those. Buttering the bread, by the way, is the action of using some sort of sharp implement to do some very low damage to what is a normally reasonably passive tile, something like ground or terrain or thing like that. It's just kind of a thing that I say sometimes. I'm not really sure where that came from. I actually used to know, but now I can't remember off the top of my head. Will we get to 1,000? I think very likely we will be able to open that chest over on the left there. Let's pop that sucker, and let me in, thank you. I guess I'll just take a bunch of damage from all the dudes passing over there. Open that, and we've got a black hole box. I wanted to call it a Pandora's box. That is not what it's called. Look at that guy getting paralyzed out of nowhere. I'm going to let the drill take care of that box at the top instead of trying to get up there and missing out on killing these enemies. I don't think I'll have any trouble collecting the money from it. Try and make some better use of my time for once, and we're at level 9. See if we can get up to 10 before the boss, at least. I think we're getting close. Alright, we've got a decent payout going on this floor anyway. Let's see if we can let any more spawn in. Start digging our way down. I think we're good. So we're at 600. There is a lockbox top right. I'm definitely going to try and make my way up there before we get too much stuff happening. Let's just do that right away. I need an extra tile to jump up. There we go. Got it. Now I need to actually get up there. The drill's going to show up in a second, though. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. One more hit. Oh, and give me that big health, I guess. That'll make up for the bad damage I just took a second ago. Oh, God. Ah, that didn't seem very good. And we get a piercing oculus for melee attacks to reduce armor. Sure. I suppose that would work well with my katana as well, so that's actually a pretty good synergy there. Very curious to know how the katana will work on a boss battle. Maybe it'll be the little bit of extra damage I needed to actually push me through to the next level on that. Because actually just having a boss drop could be enough to make a substantial difference. I should really be using the harpoon to break through some of these blocks too. It does some damage, it's not... Oh, wait, does it do something? It looks like it's cracking the floor. Why isn't it breaking? There it is, just took forever. Cool, cool. Katana certainly breaks through there pretty quickly though. And we're at 1,000 already, so there we go. We've gotten a wind leaf, a little bit of a speed increase. Not bad. Feel a little slow as Yoji, so that's not the worst fate, I suppose. Pop that TNT block. It actually took out a couple of enemies in the process, too. I guess every time I see those comments now that are, like, telling me to use the pits and stuff to kill stuff, maybe I should just keep remembering to tell people, yeah, but I miss out on all that money, right? You know, experience is great, too, but we do need the money to keep things going. I mean, drops are pretty important in this game, I would say. And there's our boss. Alright, so we've got harpoon damage, we've got a boxing glove, we've got paralysis curse, I believe, as well. I don't think that's really going to make a huge difference. I'm in a very bad spot right here. I don't know how I'm supposed to melee this guy, really. I should really be shooting more, though. Oh, boy. Yeah, we're already cornered. Where am I supposed to go with that? There's nowhere to jump. There's nowhere to hide. All you're going to do is die to the eye. How do you feel about that? Well, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. It's a little frustrating that I still can't kill the boss reliably, despite having what I thought to be an okay run. I don't know what I could have done any different or better. I just needed better drops, I guess. You know, the homesick shard, the punching glove, those are both pretty good for passive damage. Maybe having a missile expansion or something like that could have made a bit of a difference, or a couple of pumps of iron could have made a difference too. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'll keep trying my best to get some more progress, but that didn't really bode very well. Although Yoji I have a new appreciation for, that katana is pretty sweet, so I might use him more in the future. Especially because using the katana means I don't necessarily have to deal with the Kinetic Fist, which seems to be like 1 in 2 games that I get, so basically like a 50% chance. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider leaving a like on it. That helps keep the series going. And make sure you let me know in the comments how you're still feeling about Cavern Kings. If any of you have had any particularly good runs lately or have any strategies to add to the pile, I do still read every comment, so feel free to chime in. Keep things constructive in the comments, please. I always appreciate that. And I will see you back for another one real soon. Have a great night, everybody.